Hey guys, welcome to this quick glute focused flow. We're going to be working on activating and stretching out the glutes and hip area today. So this is going to be a really good flow if any of you struggle with back pain, lower back pain, or even hip pain and issues. This might be quite challenging for you in the beginning, but as you practice this flow over and over, you will see significant changes and improvements in your lower back, glutes, and hip area. If you are not very mobile in your hips and your legs, I'm going to encourage you to please grab yourself a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, don't panic. Grab yourself a nice big cushion if you've got one, or otherwise a blanket that you can roll up. Just that you've got something that you can use. We're going to be going from our knees to our bums, bums to knees, and moving quite a lot sort of backwards and forwards. So if you struggle to come down onto your bum from your haunches, then just make sure that you've got a cushion or something that you can use to prop yourself up. If you have got all that you need, you can come down onto your mat. You can meet me in kneeling in hero pose. So hero pose is just kneeling, knees hip distance apart, sitting back onto your heels. We're going to start off here today, so you can take a moment to just roll the shoulders back, lift up through the crown of your head, close your eyes, resting your hands on your thighs. And already here, if you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, grab your block or your cushion and just place it underneath your bum to just lift yourself up off of your ankles or off of your feet if you need to. Okay, so just always adjusting and making the necessary modifications to make the practice accessible to you. Closing down the eyes, lengthen up through the crown of the head, roll the shoulders back, and just take a moment to connect with your breath. Give yourself permission to be fully present. Begin to breathe a little bit more deeply, a little bit more slowly. And just take a moment to set your intention for your practice, your reason for being on your mat today. Gently bow your head to your heart and blink your eyes open. And you can slowly come onto your hands, coming to kneeling, tabletop, hands and wrists below the shoulders. Draw the belly button in and up, pushing away from the ground with your hands, fingers nice and wide. Always just setting yourself up for success by developing the habit of having a nice, strong, and firm foundation. So pushing away from the ground here, creating a nice stable foundation in the shoulders and the hands. Draw the belly button in. And then we're going to slowly extend our right leg back, toes down to the ground, square off the hips. So notice if you're already leaning completely into the left side and that there's no weight on your right side. Push evenly through both of your hands. Square off your hip bones so that both of them are pointing directly down towards the ground. And you can do that by turning your baby toes of your right foot down towards the ground. Push away from the ground with your hands. And then gently bend your right knee, sole of the right foot towards the ceiling. Be aware of starting to arch here into your lower back. Try to keep the lower spine neutral, drawing your belly button in. And we're just going to start off with a couple of pulses here, as if you're trying to hit your heel against the ceiling. So just small movements with your right leg, breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Bring knee to knee, all the way up into the chest, out to the right, fire hydranting your knee, and then back up. So we're making a circle with your right knee, essentially. Knee to knee, up into the chest, out to the right, and sole of the foot back to the ceiling. We're going for another 3 of those. Slowly bringing knee to chest, out and up. Knee to chest, out and up. Last one. Knee to chest, out and up. Good job. Straightening that right leg, making nice big circles with your right foot. Keep your core engaged, keep your back nice and long. And gently change directions of those circles. By now, I'm sure your glutes are probably fired up and turning on. I'm feeling the burn too. Stay present with it. This is what we want. Hold and breathe. Draw the belly in, lengthen the lower back. Point that right toe. Really activate, reach through the right leg for another 3. Breathe. 2. 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release of your right knee down. Extending your left leg back, toes down to the ground. Draw the belly button in, push away from the ground with your hands. Hold and breathe. Gently bend your left knee, sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Remember to draw the belly button in, not to drop in the lower back. Little pulses here with that left leg. Breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bringing your left knee to meet your right. Slowly bring knee to chest, out to the left, and then sole of the foot back up. Doing 4 more of those. Knee to chest, out to the left, and up. Knee to chest, out to the left, and up. Knee to chest, out to the left, and up. Last one. Knee to chest, out to the left, and up. Good job. Extending your left leg straight, pointing the toe, making nice big slow circles with your left leg. Stay mindful. Stay present with your breath. Gently change directions. Feel the burn, breathe through it. Good job, guys. Coming to stillness, extend through the left leg. Point the toe, really push all the way through the toe. Try and hold it there as long as you can. Really squeeze your left glute. And release back to tabletop. Good job. I know that your legs are turned on right now, that your glutes are fired up and burning. It's a good thing. So we're going to gently tuck our toes, walk our hands to our feet, and come into a squat. And you're going to step your feet about mat distance apart, turning your toes out, coming into goddess squat or malasana. This is where you can use your block or your cushions underneath your bum to help to just stabilize you if you are struggling here. But if you're okay and you're able to hold a balance here comfortably, then by all means, you don't need to use a block or a cushion. So just holding here, breathe nice and deep, lift through the chest. Feel what's going on in your hips and your lower back. And then we're going to reach our arms forwards. If you're on a block, then you're just going to bring your feet forwards. If you're not on a block, you're going to slowly make your way to seated with control. Legs out in front of you, extending your right leg. Bring your left ankle onto your right thigh, toes flexed. So you're going to start to feel this into your left outer hip and your left glute. Keep your right toes flexed towards your shin and your right knee up directly to the ceiling. So be aware of the foot wanting to turn or roll out. And then if you can, see if you can lift up through your lower back. You can take a nice deep breath in here. And as you exhale, gently begin to fold forwards, but try to keep a nice flat spine. So you can either just hang out here, holding onto the knee and the sole of the foot, squeeze the shoulder blades together, push the belly forwards, keep the back nice and flat. Or if you feel okay, maybe you can reach for the foot. You're welcome to also use a strap, or even to place your hands on either side of the calf. Wherever you do decide to go, so whether you're here, here, or here, please be aware of this. Okay, so rounding into your back. Keep a nice flat back. One more deep breath wherever you are. Good job. Gently coming up, bring the sole of your left foot down. Onto the outside edge of your right thigh. Hug your right arm around the left thigh, and then gently twist and gaze over the shoulder. Hold and breathe for 3, 2, 1. Good job. Gentle release. Uncross the leg and switch sides. Right ankle comes onto your left thigh. Flex your toes towards your right shin. Sit up nice and tall, lifting through your lower back. Take a deep breath in to lift through your chest, and a deep breath out as you begin to fold forwards. Keep a nice flat back. You can either hang out just here or bring your hands forwards, or if you prefer, take a hold of the foot, whatever's accessible to you. Whatever you have chosen to do, it doesn't matter where you are, just make sure that you don't collapse into your spine, but rather that you keep lifting up and out of the pelvis, up and out of the lower back. Breathe slow and deep here for another 3, 2, 1. Good job. Gently release, coming up. Bring the sole of your right foot down to the outside edge of your left thigh. Bring your left arm around your right thigh, right arm behind you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist and gaze over the shoulder for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release. Unwrap the legs. Bring the soles of the feet down onto the outside edges of your mat. Hands behind your back. Push your hips towards your heels. Arms reach forwards back into Malasana, goddess squat. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, lift your bum halfway up. Staying in a deep squat, lift your toes, make sure you're sitting into your heels, draw the belly button in, squeeze the shoulder blades together, hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Release your bum down, holding in your low squat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing your hands down to your mat. Come back into tabletop. Extending your right leg back and up, flexing the foot. Bring knee to knee. And then slowly fire hydrant your right knee out. So lifting your right knee out to the side, foot flexed. Knee to knee, fire hydrant. We're going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release back to tabletop. Switch it out. Knee to knee, lifting your left knee out to the side, foot flexed, and then gently bring your knee back together. So going 6 for 6 rounds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Release back to tabletop, extending the right leg up and back. Little pulses for 10. Draw the belly button in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Release back to tabletop. Left leg lifts up and back, flexing the foot. Little kicks. 10, 9, belly in. 8, 7, push at the hands. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Release back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, hands to knees. Come into your squat. Step your feet wide. You're welcome to use a block here or a cushion under the bum. Hands together in prayer at the chest, goddess squat. Lifting the hips, hold in a deep squat. 5, flat back, belly in, shoulders back. 4, breathe. 3, 2, 1, drop the bum, this time reaching the arms up. Keep your knees out, so don't allow them to sag in. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can lower your bum with control to the ground. Legs out in front of you. Good job, guys. Extending your left leg straight. Right ankle onto your left thigh. We're going into seated pigeon pose. So you're going to lean back and very gently bend your left knee. Sole of your left foot down. Flex your right toes towards your right shin and draw your right knee open and away from you. Notice if you're rounding in your spine here. See if you can roll the shoulders back, push up through your heart, and push the belly forward. So flattening the lower back. Nice deep breaths here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release, extending the leg. Switch it out. Right leg extends. Sole of your left foot, left ankle comes onto your right thigh. Flex your left toes towards your left shins. This is going to lock your ankle and knee joints and just protect your knee joint from taking any tension if you've got tight hips. Lean back into the hands. Sole of the right foot down onto the mat. Roll the shoulders back. Push away from the ground with your hands. Push your heart forwards. Push your belly forwards. Flatten the lower back. Draw your left knee out and away from you. Hold and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release, extending your right leg, extending the left leg. Slowly come down your mat now and come down onto your back. So you can take a hold of the backs of your thighs, gently rolling it down. If you've got a block or a small cushion handy, then just take a hold of that now and place it in between your thighs, just below your knees. Then you're going to place your hands on the ground on either side of your hips. Walk your shoulder blades in or tuck your shoulder blades underneath your back. See if maybe you can walk your feet into a point where you can just touch the backs of your heels with your fingertips. And we're going to go slowly up into bridge pose. So begin to squeeze your block or your cushion in between your thighs. Push your lower back into the ground and draw the belly button in. And then very slowly peel your hips off of the ground, pushing your hips up to the ceiling and gentle squeeze of your glutes. Squeeze the inner thighs together, push up, 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 up. Feel that activation, hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to lift and lower for 6. So gentle lower and lift, squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Hold at the top, squeeze. 6, 5, breathe. 4, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, push, push, push. 2, you've got this. 1, very nice, guys. Gentle release of your hips down. You can remove your block or your cushion. We're going to go into half happy baby pose. So bring your right knee into your chest now. Reach for the outside edge of your right foot. So this is not accessible to you. Just grab a strap or a towel, place it over your foot, and take a hold of it with your right hand. Bring your right knee towards your right armpit, thigh against the belly or the rib cage. Roll the shoulder back and keep your lower back glued to the floor. Gentle pressure of your right foot against your hand and your hand against your foot. So you're creating a push-pull action here, activating into your hip. Breathing nice and deeply, keeping the lower back grounded. Breathing for 5. Try to draw the tailbone down towards the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring your right ankle onto your left thigh now. We're going into reclined pigeon pose. Reach your right arm through the hole. Take a hold of the back of your left thigh. Again, if you need to, you can use a towel or a strap behind the thigh here. Relax your head and neck down. You can clamp your fingers in place using your calf if your hands are slippery. And then very gently begin to hug your knee up to your chest whilst you try to draw the tailbone down. Breathe nice and deeply here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release of that left thigh. Release your right foot, placing the sole of the foot down onto the ground. Bring your left knee into your chest now, reaching for the outside edge of your left foot with your left hand going into half happy baby on the other side. So left knee comes towards your left armpit, thigh against the outside of your rib cage, roll the shoulder back and down. Gentle pressure of your foot against your hand and your hand against your foot. Try to draw the tailbone down. Breathe nice and deeply here. Anchor the lower back for 5, 4. Focus in on the breath, little bit of pressure. 3, between hand and foot, foot and hand. 2, 1. Good job, guys. Bringing your left ankle onto your right thigh now, going into reclined pigeon pose. Thread your left hand through the hole. Take a hold of the back of your right thigh. If you like, you can clamp your fingers in place using your calf. Up to you. Relax the head and neck down and begin to hug your right knee in towards your chest. If your tailbone completely peels off of the ground, just take a moment to anchor your lower back again and try to pull the tailbone and lower back right down onto the ground, onto the mat. Breathe nice and deeply here for 5, 4, 3. Stay present with the breath. 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release of that right thigh. Going into full happy baby. Bring both knees into your chest now. Reach forwards for the outside edges of both of your feet, bringing your knees into your armpits. Thighs on the outsides of the rib cage. Soles of the foot pointing to the top or to the ceiling. To the top, to the ceiling. Give your feet a little tug down into your body and gently push your feet against your hands as you try to draw your tailbone down towards the ground. Hold and breathe here. If this is too difficult, just go back into half happy baby on the right side. Hold there for a little bit and then switch back to the left side. Otherwise, giving this a go. Breathe. 5, 4, keep that activation, trying to draw the tailbone down. 3, 2, 1. Very, very nice. Gentle release of your feet. Don't slingshot them. Take a hold of the backs of your thighs. Rock yourself up to seated. Soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana or butterfly bound angle. Take a hold of your bum. Pull your seat out from under you for a sec. Bringing the soles of the feet in, knees out wide. Hook your fingers together. Hook them over your toes. Take a deep breath in, lift up through your lower back. You're welcome to sit on a cushion or a block here. And as you exhale, gently fold it forward. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Breathing nice and slow and deep for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gentle release. Roll it up. Crossing your legs gently in front of you. Deep breath in to reach all the way up. Send the gaze up. Deep breath out, reach it forwards and down. Bowing to the ground. If you need to, just wriggle your feet out from under you. Try to flatten the lower back. Relax your neck. Just notice what's going on in your lower back, in your hips, and in your thighs here. If you've got a block or cushions available, you can also just place them underneath your forehead here. Just allows you to soften. If you want, you can make it higher or lower. Just set yourself up in a way that you are able to feel fully supported and comfortable, or as comfortable as possible. One more deep breath. Wherever you are, gently roll your spine back up. Roll your shoulders back and down. And then switch legs. So whichever leg is in front, just place the other leg in front. Take a deep breath in, reaching up, send the gaze up. And a deep breath out, reach forwards, 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 forwards. And slowly down. And then once you're down, you can wriggle around a little bit. Adjust yourself. Wriggle your ankles out from underneath your legs if they're biting into the ground. Build a tower if you want a tower of cushions or blocks for you to just fold and soften. Acknowledge what's going on in your hips, in your glutes, in your lower back. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Gently coming up. Roll the spine up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Move your block, your cushions, or whatever it is that you've built in front of you off to the side. Bring the soles of your feet down onto the mat now. You can give yourself a little bit of space between your feet and your bum. Hands behind your back, and just very gently, you can rock your knees out side to side, just loosening up your hips a little bit, releasing your lower back. Play with it a little bit. Push your belly out. Arch into it if you like. Go fast and slow. And gently come to stillness at center. Crossing your legs in front of you. Bringing one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart. Lift up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back, close your eyes. Just take a few slow, deep breaths. First into your heart. Then draw it down into the belly. Feel your hands expanding, moving out with the chest and belly. And then gently exhaling first in the belly. And then down, or rather up to the chest. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly and fully. One more time. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling fully. Releasing your hands onto your knees. Slow, deep breath in. Gentle sigh out of the mouth. Good job. Hands together in prayer at the chest. Bow your head to your heart. Honor your intention. Honor and acknowledge yourself for choosing to be on your mat today. Namaste.